set.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
You're so set.
I'm
You
so
set
set.
so hard. So hard.
So fucking hard. It's not even funny.
Why is
It's a
Nick
little
always
funny.
fucking with something? He's always fucking with something over there.
He's a
I'm a
hustler.
busy feller.
God damn it. Oh man.
Did you like the fucking weather today, Nick?
Fuck no, I didn't. I've been
Yeah, that
in the AC
that looked
for
disgusting.
too many days.
Were you getting that south wind too? Up in
Fuck
Dighton?
yeah.
Didn't it feel like a goddamn fucking blowtorch? Jesus Christ. 104 fucking degrees. 40-mile-an-hour wind straight out the goddamn south.
Yeah, sounds like the High Plains special right there.
Dude, it was so fucking bad. I mean, I ain't gonna even fucking lie. I just basically just coasted through today with like getting out of my vehicle as little as possible. And every time I did, which I mean I still have to, but like your damn clothes feel like they're about to light up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross. Was there humidity along with it? Probably
No,
not.
no, it was a dry, hot motherfucker.
The feed yard I work at is in between all cornfields, so it's humid as shit every fucking day.
Oh, yeah, that fuck humidity, man. That stuff sucks so bad. We don't have that out here in the desert too much, but it was but it was a nice day for me. I mean, we had some wind, but it was
yeah, why the fuck is it so nice out there in the desert?
It's high desert. It's a dry heat.
Oh, fuck you with your dry heat. The heat, dude. The heat index tomorrow. The high temp's supposed to be like 104, and the heat index is 110.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. There's no way.
The high for today was right around 65, but it was probably like 38 to 40 for the first thing this morning. So like I went out to feed horses. I got another well actually comment just now on my
well actually
when you're making a living on your horses, you learn to feed them a little bit better. No fucking shit.
Actually.
It's a meme. It's a joke because we've all fed some less than superior quality hay to our horses when times got hard. Yes, I know you feed your horses better when you're working them. I God damn it, people are idiots.
Fuck you. I don't even care about that. Like if I got hay to feed out, and I've been giving them superior hay all year. Like if we get down to the bottom and it's not great, fucking deal with it.
Yep.
Like you've been getting fed badass all year. Deal with the last part of it.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the well actually.
I got my latest badge of honor though. One of my memes got shared by STS Ranchwear. And they've got like 60,000 followers on Instagram. And it was the Trump meme where he's like talking about go rope shit when your boss says pack a rope and a couple fresh horses. And that immediately got blown up as racist due to the current climate. But it wasn't on my post. It was on STS Ranchwares, who's trying to run a legit company. And I take pride in my dick jokes, so it's not going to bother me if they.
I'm sorry, we're dog shit. Do not share our shit if like you're legit.
Yeah, and so I sent him a message. I was like, hey, thanks for sharing my meme. And then I looked later on to see if they'd got any more flack, and they must have because they went ahead and pulled it on down.
Right on down.
Yeah, it was what's as funny as they shared it from somebody else who shared it off the page. So like how meme shit
It's like
goes.
It's funny now, like as we're getting to be to like some of like the Western people that are my friends. that like they're not sharing it from our page. They're seeing it from other pages and sharing it.
Mhm.
You know, like when you can see when they double share it.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh. I'm like, yeah, I shared that meme.
I know it.
Good
I
for you.
saw one pop up in the Get Ranchy group the other day, and it was mine from like 3 months ago, and I was like, oh, I remember that one.
And I share
fuck
a
yeah, that's
bunch
still
from
around.
Get Ranchy.
Yeah, I do. I don't share much from there because you were, so then I kind of went and found different ones, but that's a good page.
It
I
is.
share
And
I share
dude,
stuff too there.
the one I share everything from is like that whiskey one.
Yeah.
And they are
like,
fucking gold. That page, fuck this page. Go follow them. You're welcome. That's a great page. Like, I will give them props. I share almost every post they share. They are hilarious.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones, but that kind of rolls right into one of the topics I wanted to cover today. But before we do that, we probably better talk about some sponsors before we get way far in there. But you guys know George. You know him. You love him. He's a good guy. Got a great sale barn. Best goddamn sale barn in America.
Yes,
Loma
George
Livestock.
Douche-topolis, I think is his name.
Something along those lines. It's an ethnic term, so they're
Oh,
kind of
now
hard to
we're
pronounce.
racist.
But
Here we go.
we were never not racist.
Love you, George.
Yeah. It's okay, George. My nephew's watching. He is 100% black, so we're good.
Luis is on.
That covers us. So,
what's up, my homie?
Anyway, every other Friday throughout the length of the summer, there at Loma, going into the fall, they're going to move back to a weekly sale. But every other Friday, so not this Friday, but next, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, starting with cows and stingles, followed by the feeders at 11. If you can't make it to the sale, don't worry about it. Go to dvauction.com, click on the Loma Livestock tab. You can watch it right there, and you can bid on those cattle. It's a great thing George has got going on. If you got any questions, give him a holler, 970-858-9988. Or check him out online, lomalivestock.com. Next up, got the man, Braden Rawhide, right now.
In your face.
Nick Allen Lute, also known as at Will Cowboy for Food. Braden Rawhide, like a motherfucker. I don't know how he learned it coming out of Shawnee, Oklahoma, but he did, and he does a hell of a good job. I've got 3 of his Hondas. They're awesome. Tougher than hell. Haven't broke one yet, and I've tried.
Yeah, time out for this ad read is horse. First off, Nick, I'm the best goddamn roper south of Mississippi, and I don't have a fucking Honda.
You do know that the Mississippi runs like mostly north and south, so
I rope the biggest goddamn cattle this side of the Mississippi, and I don't have a fucking Honda.
If you wanted to rope a manatee like Robbie is doing, you better get yourself a Nick Allen Lute Honda. Cause,
I roped a small elephant last week, and it broke.
That's the only thing that's going to hold up to a small elephant or a manatee. Maybe
well,
an orca.
If I had one, maybe I would have caught him, but I didn't.
And, I don't know how this ad read turned aquatic, but I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, if you need one of these Hondas, you probably better get one. They're awesome. Add some speed, add some weight, help you throw some fancy loops, or just cut through the goddamn wind, which has been my biggest issue here lately. I've got a leaded poly with the Burning Daylight Special. It's basically a San Joaquin with a neck braided on it as well, and that is a heavy fucking rope right there, just like that. And yeah, you can swing that thing once you get it going. You can swing it in no matter how much wind. But
well, I've never missed a goddamn 2 feet in my entire life, and I don't have one of them. So once I get one, I'll let you know how good it is.
Check him out on Facebook, Nick Allen Lute, or Instagram at Will Cowboy for Food. And finally, we got Matt Wilson with his handmade bridle bits. This guy's fucking awesome. He is a talented man. He He sings really well. He rides some really nice horses. Him and his wife are fucking hilarious, and he makes some of the coolest bits I've ever seen. One thing about Matt's work is it is always unique. I've seen him do a Wile E. Coyote on the cheeks of a spade bit, and I've got a freaking T-Rex getting spurred down by the baddest vaquero you ever seen on mine. And I rode my good Mary Clara in it today. She liked the shit out of it. That thing was all sorts of foamy when she spit it out at the end of the day, but handled like a dream. She carried it well, and he just does some awesome stuff. If you want to see any more of it, go find him on Instagram at WampusCatSound. And as always, let all these folks know you heard about it on Burning Daylight, so they know that I'm doing my job. Anyhow, going back to the social media thing, like, did you see that the Trump campaign got their Twitch stream suspended?
I did.
Yeah.
But just to be expected.
Twitter.
What is
Yeah. It's where all the gamers go to do their live streams.
Yeah, so what they do is they video themselves playing video games. Essentially.
Is that what all those young kids watch on YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and they start on Twitch.
Yeah, you're right. Like, young kids, they're the only ones that watch it. Only the young, dumbass kids. Those,
never oilfield doesn't sound appealing at all.
I mean, I don't have to play at like 4 o'clock in the morning when they're all asleep because they're good.
I can honestly say I never got into that. I could see how somebody would if, because I got no
shame.
I could watch people just rope shit or like braid or something. Like, I can watch that shit for a long time. So if like you're really into video games, I could see how you'd watch that shit too. But
what if you do both? Is that weird?
No, it's only as weird as you make it.
It's like half roping videos, and there's some like people shooting each other videos. Then there's gonna be like a tutorial,
some sort
of
crazy Asian hand fishing.
No, well, that's if you get down the dark. If you go down the tunnel, you will end up there. I'll promise you that.
I've never been much of a YouTube person, so like I've never gone down the YouTube rabbit holes very much. But Twitter, on the other hand, I go down Twitter rabbit holes a lot. That is, it used to be a lot funner. Now it's just.
Have you never went down the damn rabbit hole of a guy making a rawhide fucking rope?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole that'll keep you trapped for hours. There's guys that got like machines set up with their damn golf carts, and they go back. It's a thing.
What if there was a ranching video game?
There
I don't know. There was Farmville. That was really big for a while. But
I think my wife still plays that.
She would.
And I say think, but what I meant was my wife still plays that.
You still get the credit card statements from all the.
No, I could tell
all the fertilizer.
When her phone's goddamn turned sideways, I'm like, "Are you fake farming? I mean, you got a goddamn garden out there that's got weeds and you fucking picked."
Yeah, but it's hot out, damn
it. She said, basically what she said. Shut up, bitch! I'm playing Farmville.
She's been playing it for like fucking 5-6 years.
I used to have.
That's what she's like. Well, my farm is badass. There's no weeds or nothing. I'm like, well, yeah, but your garden's not.
I used to have no less than like 30 Farmville requests back in the day on Facebook. Like, everybody was playing. I think I was on it for about 10 minutes, and I was like, I didn't get it. And,
I never got into those Facebook games.
No, I never really got into video games in general. Like, I bought an Xbox. We played Halo for a while, but then we figured out we could hook it up, just plug it into the internet jack in the dorms, and you could play with anybody in the dorms there on the on that network, and we had a couple of Asian halls that, as you can imagine, were pretty damn good at Halo, and then it just wasn't very fun anymore. So I was like, "Fuck you guys, Pearl Harbor forever," and I quit playing Halo.
I don't know, but were you complimenting him? I mean, what do you mean by that?
I'm not sure. It sounded good in my head.
Yeah, it came out very wrong.
Yeah, I guess I should have said Hiroshima forever.
Yeah,
that.
Big boy, little man.
Yeah,
not
We're
Pearl
gonna
Harbor.
now.
One of these days, I'll reuse that joke, and it'll.
That's a recyclable one. You can figure it out. I'm glad we can help you work through that. But definitely, Big boy, little man. Not Hiroshima.
Yeah. No.
Or not a Pearl Harbor.
Or if you're a South Park, fuck you, dolphin and a whale.
No, that was racist.
Yeah, that was from South Park, so it's probably gonna be.
You can have that with the big jobs.
Yeah. What's funny is the whole premise of that deal was that the Americans had convinced the Japanese that it was the dolphins and the whales that had bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that's why the Japanese just wouldn't stop killing the dolphins, and then they wouldn't come and try to kamikaze us. And it sounds ridiculous, but just about as plausible as the shit we're living through right now. So who the fuck
Which brings me
knows?
to my favorite, the point beyond all this, the reason that Japan didn't invade the United States when they had prime angles to do it was because what did their leader say? Because every man in his household carries a gun in America, right?
There will be a rifle behind every blade of grass.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was paraphrasing, but yes, that was what he said. Now that brings us to the next point.
Nobody has guns. It's not the same. There's probably less guns in the world than there was then.
No, I disagree.
There's a lot of there's been a 500% increase for gun sales in the state of California.
Yeah, you are absolutely wrong. So here's what's funny is I've got like super liberal friends because I got liberal friends, liberal family. Like I know I'm pretty set in my ways, but I firmly believe just like everyone should accept my views, I accept everyone else's views. They may be wrong, but I expect they got that right. In the last 30 or no, not even 30 days, 3 months, I've had many, many liberal family members and friends ask me, "Can you give me a couple of AR-15s?" I'm like,
Nope.
"Oh, all of a sudden now you want to fucking protect yourself. Now it's an issue." Well, like,
Herbert, no.
But dude, shit's getting real. I know. That's why I'm fucking got guns up to my teeth. I know it's getting real. I was always ready for it to get real. And now I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm no longer the crazy person.
Yeah. It's funny is how crazy this world is, because like I'm not the biggest fan of the police, but then you go to this like Minneapolis situation where they're just gonna all of a sudden get rid of the police department,
Right.
and then
Sorry, that's a train.
that's all right. Sophia was banging on the door for something or other, but yeah, and so they've gotten, I guess they've got some sort of just half-cocked plan to replace him. And now you've got the councilmen or the council members. They voted 12-0 to abolish the police department, and then immediately they go hire armed security on the taxpayer dime to so they don't get lit up for this deal. And I was like, there's got to be somewhere in the middle. Like, I heard defund the police and my ears perked up because, you know, I've been talking about debt and spending for a while. And so I'm like, all right, yeah, there's probably a lot of waste, just like there is in the education department. Not that education's not important, not that we don't need to spend money on it, but we already spend more money on education than any other country in the world, and it's just getting shittier. So maybe we should look at where it goes to, just like the military, just like the police.
Which our education system sucks compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah. And it started sucking as soon as we federalized it.
I've sat through German classes, and I'm going to tell you right now, our fucking system is not as good. I mean, so just in Germany, their curriculum, they have to know like 3 languages. So they know German, they have to learn English, and they have to learn another language. Like, I feel like that should be standard. And no, and I know it is. We have to take an extra class. I mean, you guys all probably took Spanish, or if you want to be a rebel, you took fucking French or some stupid shit like that. But I mean, they actually learn. Well, they actually learn the other languages. I've been there. I've watched them. They actually learn languages, so they know. Coming out of high school, they know like at least 2 or 3 languages. Well, I know it's 3 because they know German. They have to learn English, and they have to learn 1 other extra language. But not just like how we did. Like we just got by, right? You know, tortis. But no, like they have to like be able to speak it and write it, and you know, have communication. And I don't know if they're just better at it, but like I took Spanish. Didn't learn Spanish. Passed.
It's amazing. It's amazing how we spend all this money on education, like, and we really do. We spend a fuckload of money, like I said, more than any other country in the world. But the starting salary for, say, somebody in Southeast Colorado, starting salary is going to be right around $30,000 a year. And like, so where's the rest of the money go? And so I thought maybe that conversation would be had with this defund the police movement, but of course not. It goes straight to left-wing socialist hellhole. And then you got, like, you had a good moment with this George Floyd deal that immediately just devolved into shit. Like, there was a good chance to actually have something change, and now nobody's hearing anybody. It's just talking at each other. And then you got the election cycle still in swing. Like, it's a never fucking ending presidential election of, 2017 to 2020. And it's just, it's almost too much. And like, then you look at like the whole lockdown thing, like the masks. Like, first off, they said the masks weren't going to do anything. They told us don't worry about the masks because they're not going to work. And then they said, well, now everybody has to wear a mask. And then they said they lied to us because they didn't have enough for the medical workers. And you're like, well, what the fuck can you believe on this deal? Like, you just kind of have to go with your gut on it because you don't have a fucking clue what's actually happening. They'll tell you it's a new record high of COVID cases, but then the mortality rate is going down. And I don't know. It just like, what the fuck do you believe anymore? And
my problem is that, like, I agree with that. Like, you don't know what to believe because they're all full of shit because they're all putting out shit they know nothing about it. They're just putting all kinds of information out just to put it out. But
they don't even believe it. They just
I agree, but this is my point. And so to begin with, like my company in Kansas, they all were like, well, the CDC says, and they went, and I was like, okay, I think it's still bullshit, but they're gonna follow what the government says, whatever. Well, now the CDC is saying masks are bullshit and the fatality rate is nothing. So the CDC is now saying it. My company and my state are still referring back to what the CDC originally said. Yeah. They're not going off of what they're saying now. So I was like, first off, I thought the CDC was full of shit when they said wear a mask and all this shit. But now they're saying we fucked up. It's not as bad as you thought. Don't wear masks. But now my state is saying you have to wear a mask, and my company is saying you have to wear masks. I'm like, so are we following them or not? It's like even like my state and the company want to like just instill fear. Like it's dumb. If you're gonna follow the CDC, follow them. I mean, I can get that. I don't agree with it. But if you're gonna follow it, right?
Yeah, we'll be consistent on it, and that's
exactly. But now they're not. Now they're just saying like,
no,
let's all be afraid.
Yeah, and because they can't admit that they're wrong or that they were wrong. Because that means they're gonna get voted out, and they can't have that because they're.
Bet you every fucking penny I have right now that our governor will not get reelected.
Yes, same here in Nevada.
Yeah.
And
I'd put every fucking dime I have on that.
I will not put any money on how the presidential election's going because.
No, and that's the other deal. So like, let's not put our tinfoil hats on. I'm just saying. I think it worked.
Trump's base is still pretty strong, but you're looking at polls, and I don't believe the polls by any means.
No, but I think the moderates may have been swayed.
It might have been, and then you got all this. It's fucking just fantasy land that we're living in. It's just golly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say on any of it anymore. But I guess going back to the original point, like 20 minutes ago that I was trying to make about the social media is, like, I just, I as much of a political junkie as I am, I that's not all I want to see. I like our page. Like I like the fact that I'm not the only one posting on the page because I like to go see other funny shit And now it seems like more and more of that stuff's getting shut down. Like we've mentioned a couple, like U.S. Department of Memes is another excellent meme page.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a matter of time till those get banned off of Facebook. And so, like, there's been this big move on right-wing Twitter to move over to this parlay. It's spelled parlor with a E, but it's parlay, I guess, is that. That's actually how you spell parlay.
Which I don't know if people don't realize. Like, I don't want to be inundated with fucking right wing memes either. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to be either side shoved down my throat.
Yeah,
like I want an open forum. I want an open forum, which Facebook could be, except Mark Zuckerberg's in charge, and it won't be. But I want an open forum where we can talk shit both ways.
And that's what Twitter used to be like, and it was a little bit of everything. You had your politics and stuff where like the journalists and people like myself that are political junkies, and that I never really did get into the comments, and that's probably why I don't have a huge following. But I'd retweet stuff, but that's kind of how I stayed informed and kind of figured out like what the political class is fired up about, because what they're fired up about is not near as what we're fired up about. Most of my listeners are far more concerned about the cattle markets and this investigation into the Packers than they are about COVID or Black Lives Matter or whatever. And it's just because that's what we deal with. And but Twitter was a good way to get a kind of test the wind to see which way the wind was blowing as far as like the political class was going. But there was also there was the big, the chive community was huge on Twitter. And so there was always funny shit. There was always when you'd go through the trending topics, there'd be like some news events, some sports events, and then there'd just be like some random hashtag, and it'd be like, Eminem songs, wrong lyrics only, or something like that. And so it'd just be a whole thread of people making up fake Eminem lyrics, and it was hilarious. And now that shit's all gone, and it's all political on Twitter.
But you do I know you understand this, but that's every cycle, right? mean, that's gonna
it
happen.
is. It is, but like I've been noticing this for like the last like 5 or 6 years. Like it just got increasingly where it's just like the funny people are not posting anymore. They're not.
But we
tweeting.
do this every election year. Every election year we do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's like, and people like Guy Blow that bitch about it. Like, it's an election year. Get over it. This is what we're talking.
It is.
I mean, this is what's going on.
Yeah, but so like there was a big move from right wing Twitter, because those are the guys that are getting kicked off of Twitter, but they're moving over to Parlay. So like Alex Jones is back. Like Mike Cernovich and like Milo Yiannopoulos, they're all back, which is, I'd like to see that. And I was like, all right, maybe
even with him being like a psychopath, Alex Jones, but like he's been right.
Yeah, he's been right way more than he's been wrong.
And so he's literally a dumbass. He said, "I'm a fucking idiot" on air on Rogan.
What year's the Fairlane 54?
That one?
Yeah.
That's a 59 Ford Fairlane retractable hardtop.
Yeah, there you go, Nolan. He was asking in the comments, but
it was Matt's daddy's, and he used it to store his saddles and dogs, and he traded my daddy a wrecked 75 Ford F-150 straight across.
Yep. So like I signed up for this Parlay app, so go follow me on there if you want. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Like Nick, we were talking earlier. Like I followed a bunch of people, but like I was going through just like the suggestions before I followed anybody, and it's just basically 100% like Trump Twitter, and it's okay, but like there's no dissenting opinions. It's just like everybody agreeing with each other, which is fine. But like I like to see the back and forth. Sometimes the fights get hilarious, but I like to see opposing points of view, and I didn't see hardly anything funny on there. It was all just I mean, guess some of the political memes were funny, but like there wasn't anything just really like, oh, I'm gonna go follow this guy because that was hilarious. And so but it's I guess it's still new, so I'll stake it out, see what comes of it. But I don't know. I think the biggest thing was we gotta just like migrate the Facebook page over to the website, so that way it doesn't get shut down, and then if there, I don't know how we get it set up. But
I think we're beyond that, dude. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I think that time's came and gone. There's gonna have to be another app, and there will be. I mean, there was MySpace. Oh no, it was like Bebo, MySpace. I mean, there was a ton of fucking groups, and then Facebook they just did it right for so long. But Facebook and Instagram. And this is why, is because a lot of liberal people are the ones that run these pages, and that's the problem. And the reason I say it's a problem, I don't have a problem with liberals really. The problem is there needs to be a page that's equal. Like it's not like what people like us need to run a page that's like, these are our values, but we value everybody's opinion. Yeah, and it's not like we don't suck Trump dick. We don't back Antifa. You know what I mean? Like we're right in the middle. Like we want to listen to both sides. Which back in the day, that's what the news was. Back in the day, you listen to the news just to hear the news, and there was no bias to it. It was just the news, and that we've gotten so far away from that. And I do think if someone would come up with that again, they'd probably be rich, because I think there's a lot of us just like us that just want to hear what's happening. We don't want to bias. We don't want to, because nowadays if they can make you mad, like that's what Facebook does. If they can make you pissed off, they know they're going to get fucking views. They know that. Yep. But if we can get away from that and find a page that's like, hey, this is what's fucking happening. This is what's happening today. This is both sides of the story. Make your own fucking opinion off of this is their version, this is their version. Make your opinion off that. I think that'll be the next great fucking platform.
My opinion will always be like both sides just suck really hard.
Yeah, like big dicks. Big old fucking 12 inches. Yeah. Don't do that. Why'd you make it weird? You have to make it weird.
That's what I do here.
We had crossed boundaries and we were just pushing and then you made it weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's got to be some sort of outlet where you can just like just it's a free for all, you know. I don't know. I know
you had that one guy. What happened to that group? That guy you had on that was starting that new platform, because that fucking tanked fast.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like he's got quite a few people on there, but it's so clunky to use, and I don't know. It's just.
Well, here's my issue. Here's where he fucking failed, and I'll tell him this. I hope he fucking watches this. You failed because just to get on there, I had to answer 10 questions about how many cows I had.
Yeah.
I don't run fucking cows. I like the Western fucking world. I don't fucking run cows. Why do I have to tell you how many cows I had?
Sounds like you're all hat, no cattle.
Yeah, that's what I am. I got a big hat and no cattle. And at this point, I got no horses no more. But that was my problem with his page. I was like, dude, there's a lot of people out here like all of us on the screen that don't own cattle. Yeah. But we're into your shit. Why can't we be in? Just because we don't fucking own a goddamn 500 head?
He had his goal was to still be able to sell cattle online and make a marketplace for it. And
that's fine. Like, I want to watch them. I want to watch them sell. Yeah, I want to see if he grab a couple.
He looked. It looks like he was successful in that point, but he didn't. He didn't embrace the social media aspect of it, which I think could have. It could have blown up, but I don't know. It's
because I actually downloaded the app, and then it was like, "How many cattle do you run?" I was like, "Well, guess I'm not fucking invited because I got zit, big old fat 0 on that one."
I just lied.
Yeah, I did too, but I'm
not a liar. That's my thing. I don't fucking even little shit like that. I don't fucking lie. I mean, you guys know I called as I see it, and I was like, well, none. Yeah. Oh shit! I guess I'm not invited.
And then even like the Bull Session group, I love it, but it's only a matter of time till that gets shut down too. Because I'm not going to pull anything down because I'm 100. You know, unless like you're giving out somebody's private information. If it's a meme, fuck it. Scroll past. I don't care.
Or even if it's a race, I don't even know why I have to explain it, but a racial joke and a racist joke are different.
Yeah.
Racial jokes are funny. Racist jokes are not. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't even have to explain that shit. Yeah. It don't matter if it's white, brown, yellow, black. It don't matter.
If you post 10 memes in a row and you get 3 reactions between all of them, well, yeah, maybe take that as a hint that nobody likes your shit. I mean, that's my view on it, but that's not Facebook's view on it, and so they'll get reported or they'll catch the algorithm, and yeah, so they'll that's just another strike against the group, and eventually it's going to get shut down. But I'm not
saying that for like 6 months, so maybe not.
That's true, but we've got a kind of a slew of red flags here lately, and
now we do get a lot of members that get banned from Facebook for like 3 days.
Yeah, and well, like Jesse posted one that got pulled down, and I don't even remember. Oh, it was like no, maybe that wasn't Jesse's. Oh, Jesse's was the big black penis that he might have had a legit reason to get pulled down on that one.
No, that's funny.
It is funny. That. It is funny, but it's a very clear violation, you know, in every sense of the word of no nudity. So, Yeah, it was hilarious. That guy.
You can't appreciate a big black cock kind of joke. I mean, really, where are you at in life? That
Yeah.
shit's fun.
Like the photograph one that you sent, I laughed so fucking hard at that.
I know. Look at this. You know why I sent it? Because it was Nickelback. Like it was like everything about it was perfection.
Yeah.
For our group.
Oh man, it was that was a good one. But like I just want
I think I'm gonna go back and
something.
listen to that song later.
I just want something like the Bull Session group.
We're too racy, man. We're too racy.
What did you got here, Sam?
I'm just mining tonight.
Where is it? I want to see it. Where is it?
Oh, right. I gotta share it. Share my screen. With the host.
I want to see it.
Matt, let me screen share so Robbie will shut up.
Fuck you, Stan. Where's my whiskey, bitch?
It's
I
actually
want bourbon.
It's sitting right there.
No, all right, there you go, Sam.
That looks like that better not be that fucking peanut butter.
I said to myself, what is the perfect whiskey for a bracket of Western movies?
The Duke.
Oh, okay.
Duke bourbon.
I'm down with that. I figured Sam was gonna do some douchebag shit and send me like that bottle of fucking peanut butter whiskey or something.
No, you don't think highly enough of me, and I don't blame you.
Why would I?
No, look at this shit. That's funny.
That is so good. So good.
This North Idaho World News is fucking on it.
I kind of want to get like a canvas print of that couple and hang it up over here somewhere, right next to my Boogaloo flag if it ever comes in.
I kind of do actually, even though like a little bit disappointed, but like I kind of like respect the fact that Sam made sure he sent me the Duke.
I'm gonna lose with class,
awesome.
Nigga.
I get it.
Can you say that anymore? It's not a hard R.
Not if you're from Coeur d'Alene.
I think the standard operating procedure is to check your privilege, I believe is the terminology.
Yeah.
And
you're like super white.
Oh shit, I can't say that. Well, I don't mean any offense.
Well,
I mean, you gotta be able to like get a dark tan before you say that, I think.
Well, every time I come on here, I put my foot in my mouth. So.
It's all funny.
There's
funny.
2 people watching, so.
Cool.
Yeah, we've got a huge following, so like you're totally gonna get roasted.
Yeah, get roasted.
I just have to make sure I don't amount to anything, so nobody wants leverage on me.
Hey, both of you guys attack Sam. Totally let him know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
2
let
of
him
you.
have it. Let
Tell
him
him.
have it.
It's nothing I'm already not thinking, so let me have it.
No, they're not paying that. Wow.
So we got 3 people, but it's actually Matt McKinley.
No.
Bumping the numbers there. Acting like
Yeah.
We do what we can. If I had a laptop, I'd add a view.
Matt, are we going live on Thursday?
We can. I was planning on doing the 4th of July. Are you guys? But you're not going to be around the 4th, are you?
No, that's fine though. Do you think?
Yeah, we might go ahead and do it anyhow. Just, yeah, I think we can. I think we can make it. We can do both, if we have to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a fucking big old time.
Do a bull sesh Thursday.
Hell yeah. Well,
I'm not looking forward to it.
let's see. So
it's just gonna be like a shit on Robbie day. It's all. I know it already. I already fucking know what it's gonna be.
The wedding's
You're a glutton for punishment,
Friday, right? Yeah. The wedding's on Fridays, so there's rehearsal dinner.
You guys are cowards. You're all cowards, so I'm not gonna be there. Fucking bunch of coward bitches. All y'all are fucking cowards.
Come prove us cowards.
Oh man,
Jesus. Fucking losers. You're all losers.
Stetson Ranch is gonna be a sad state of affairs. Come,
I'm glad you guys all get to scissor
Sunday.
each other, you fucking queers.
Scissor me timbers, Robbie.
Extra lube.
I'd imagine.
Hey, are we gonna crash Thad's wedding too?
Heck yeah. I'm trying to
Did
get
he
him
invite
to.
you? I didn't see the invite with him, but Jesse, I saw an invite.
Yeah, no, that's why we're like the crash.
Oh, I was like, yo, no, you're straight up like wedding crash. Okay,
I'm
Now,
already.
if you guys did it in like straight up wedding crashers fashion, tuxedos and everything, did not make a big deal about it, but just like showed up and just filmed it discreetly and then aired it, that would be fucking amazing.
The last time I crashed a wedding, trying to find the picture, my buddy and I tried to dress up like rhinestone cowboys.
Nice.
And then we walked around and people were like asking us if we rodeoed. And we were like, well, we have. We don't do that no more.
Which is like shatter every bone in my body.
We didn't lie, but we misled them.
That's awesome.
Uh,
I would like to do like the tuxedo T-shirt with a top hat and then just leggings, like cowboy leggings down below. Nothing else. Just let it all flop out.
Yeah,
tuxedo.
When are jeggings going to be appropriate for cowboys?
Never.
Not soon
Nah,
enough.
probably.
Come on, like when are we going to turn that corner? Because I think we need to. 2020.
You know what?
Jeggings.
You lead that, and I'll watch from afar. I'll
I
just go to see how that movement goes for you.
I know.
I think you'd have to raise the rainbow flag before you could go that far.
Oh, yeah, we'd have
All right with
to
that.
import a bunch of European cowboys because I think they already wear them over there. So it's no big deal. But
Apparently,
I
cowboys are real
last
hot. The women.
the last bachelor party I went to, we ended up having to go to like an 18 and up club because one of the guys with or like my best friend's the groom, his brother was only like 20, who had to go to an 18 and up club. And I actually ironically, in Denver, I ran into two goddamn young rodeo cowboys. Never done nothing, but they were sure enough trying to make a go at it. I mean, they had their buckles and everything, and I ran into it, and like I was uncomfortable at this bar because it was like straight up techno, and I was like, goddamn, this ain't my scene. Why are we here? But so I saw these guys, and I started talking at the bar, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're rodeoing, we're riding bulls." And the other guy was riding horses and shit. And he was trying everything. He told me he was trying everything. So they really weren't doing anything. They were just trying everything. But they had their buckles, and so but they were like self-conscious. So they were standing over there in the corner. And so I brought this I ran into this group of girls. And I was like, "Hey, I need to introduce you to my buddy. Have you met my friend Matt?" So I took him over there, and I was like, this guy last year won the PRCA, the PBR, and the local rodeo. He is a big fucking deal. And then I walked away, and I watched these two guys sit there and stare at the ground. Yes, ma'am. And they were good kids, but goddamn, it was fucking funny. They were so mad at me. And I had lined them out from these, and it was in Denver. So these are all city girls. And they thought they found them some sure enough fucking cowboy. So I just basically named off every fucking organization I can think of, and then said, "These guys won them all."
NRA, PBS, the LGBTQ.
That's
It
basically.
Exactly.
It ends with the
I
A.
was a lot more smooth about it at the moment, but yeah, I basically rattled off a bunch of organizations like that. They want them all. It's a lot of dead air.
Yeah, We were waiting for your sound to come on through. It was
Oh,
a little glitchy. So
I don't
where's
have
that?
a computer. I have my computer phone. I don't have a computer.
Well, you'll have that.
Nimby.
Oh.
One day maybe.
So when's your wedding, Nick?
Yep.
Cricket. Cricket. Cricket.
One
Just
of these
gracefully
days.
slide into common law.
One of these days, yeah. I have no idea.
Whenever your wife or
Hey, you
your lady tells you
plenty of
to.
your coverage.
I mean, I all I did was get the ring. I gave it to her. We made the announcement. The rest is up to her.
And then she said no.
You were
Well-
like, okay, take your time.
I mean, to me, marriage is not a big deal.
Marriage is a construct.
All it is to me is a contract between God and government, and I have no faith in either. So, I mean, it really makes no difference to me.
Told my wife that for fucking years. That's what I said. I was like, I don't need to pay the government for you to be my wife. I didn't need that.
I mean, I think you guys of all people would
I
understand
don't
that it is a
understand.
viable way to pay less taxes.
Yeah, but we get more taxes back if we don't get married.
I used to get more taxes back.
It's
Yeah.
profitable.
Because
Not
if
to
you
be.
separate your finances, depending on the bracket you're in, you get more money back.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
we used to get money back. Ever since we've been married, we never got money back.
I tried to convince Ro one time. I didn't try very hard. I was just kind of testing the waters to get divorced on paper, so that we could file separately. It went over about as well as you'd expect.
No, we all knew that where that was going.
You
Not
can-
good.
You can do married filed separately though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
make
once
any
you file
difference.
together, you have to keep it together. You can't go back. Come to find out.
We get more money back together.
Well, we do not.
Yeah, I've had to pay every year, so
Yeah.
and I like go with
Because like for us, we moved up a fucking tax bracket. And then we moved up another tax bracket. So now we're at like the bottom of a higher tax bracket. So now we get fucked. That's what's insane.
Hey, Robbie, is your green bearded fucking neighbor stealing all your internet? Because you're real shitty tonight.
He could be. I did give him the passcode. Could be a thing.
Mother, that leprechaun son of a
Actually, no,
bitch.
watching
it's not.
midget porn while you're
use
not
my own-
even able to.
I don't even use my own fucking internet. I don't ever use Wi-Fi because
Zuckerberg is throttling him because Sam said nigga.
Matt said it too.
Damn
yeah,
it.
but Matt doesn't live in Coeur d'Alene.
That's true.
I moved here for the scenery.
Really? What scene?
The
what scene are
really-
you into, Sam? What's
The really
scene
white
there?
scenery. A lot of
Is it
snow.
A lot of hoods? I don't know. Never been there. Just when I see on the news. You're welcome.
I'm so glad
You're
nobody listens to your shitty podcast.
Seriously though, I've got a good job. I can't have people watching this.
I've got a really good job.
I don't. I am not worried.
That's
There's
the beauty
gonna
of
come a day-
cowboy. You're like, I can go to the next yard.
There's gonna come a day where I just have to go like, guys, no more. I can't do
To
it.
us, or to your employer.
No, to you guys.
What a dick.
Yeah, I'm awful.
I've actually contemplated like, should I take like my employer off my profile? Like at some point, I think maybe I ought to.
Yeah.
Especially Sam coming on with all his N-words and stuff. You know, it's like, ooh.
Well, as long as you guys don't tag me in anything, I'm good.
I'm sure you're tagging everything that you're on.
Not tagged in this.
But yeah, you will be.
I actually have the power to control that.
Yeah. I have on my Facebook, I have to approve everything that I get tagged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just approve it.
My boss watches, so I mean, fuck it. I don't care.
Does he know about the time you told him to go fuck himself?
I don't know if he watches religiously. He's Mormon, so he probably gets fed up the first 5 minutes and gets off.
Am I getting you in trouble with your
It
boss?
does.
Is that what's going
No,
on?
I was trying to just like 30 seconds ago.
Nice.
Just a second.
My boss isn't going to give a fuck. We've worked together long enough. He knows that I don't give a fuck what he thinks.
That's good.
That's kind of where I'm at with every employer I deal with, because what I figure is like, look, I come here, I work hard, I do as best I can, and if you don't like what I do when I get off work, fuck you, find someone else in. I mean, really. Because
between 6 a.m. and 4 to 5 p.m., I'll be a stand-up employee. After that, whatever I do is my own business.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and even my employer, my wife's employer is even worse. You know, they've been telling her that she can't leave the county with this COVID shit. She can't travel 10 miles that direction. And I've told her, like, fuck that. Like, when you get off work, you can go to a different county. Like, fuck that. You can't, we live our lives to work just so we can have our moments where we don't have to work. But when you get to the point where you're living 24 hours a day for your job, I don't care what they pay. Fuck them. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of living then?
Unless you own it. Yeah.
Well, and that's a different story. But yeah, but when someone's telling you what you can do in your off time, why even fucking work for a living? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even like being told what to do while I'm on the clock that much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know it.
I get pissed off every day them telling me what I have to do, but they sure as fucking gonna tell me what I do when I get off work.
I can't complain too much about this outfit. They pretty well just let me do my thing, because.
Well, when you're running Holsteins, different ballgame.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, they just don't want to help, Matt. That's all.
Yeah. Pretty much. He stuck it out this long. We gotta keep him around. So, no, they. My boss is he's younger than me, and it was his first management. Like being the big boss type deal. So, I gave him some pointers along the way, and we got a pretty good relationship. So, like I try to make sure that he doesn't have to call me about anything, and I keep it that way with him. And
that's code for Matt sucks a lot of dick.
Well, that's on the side. I get paid for that too. But anyhow, yeah, it works out pretty good, because like I just try to make sure that I'm doing my job well enough that he doesn't have to call me about something and be like, hey, what the fuck? And I let him know.
And that's like, that was one dick pic. Why do you get upset over that?
Hey, it was a wrong number. God damn it.
I was in the pool.
Hey, but did you like the new design, though? Did you like? No, I'll work on it.
Understand about shrinkage?
I shaved a Holstein into the pubes. If you don't respect that, then fuck you.
That was supposed to be a Q. It was a Q.
Wait a minute. There it is.
And we've got.
Thank you, Seinfeld. That's a great fucking show.
And we've got our dick joke for this bull session.
And there it is.
We got it covered.
We never disappoint.
It's funny is every time I make one of those dick joke memes, it does a little bit better every time. So at least
it's growing on them.
Yeah.
It is growing on them.
I think it's just the right amount of people unsubscribing, the right amount of people subscribing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there I notice like you'll get like I'll check the like the page likes in the morning and it'll be like 1 or 2 up and then like 1 down. 5 or 6 up, 1 down.
Hey,
8 or 10
Bye,
up,
Boomer.
1 down. Yeah, there's always somebody like they do like the first finger scroll and they're like, oh, that's pretty fun. Oh my god. Oh god.
You know who's my favorite? What is that? There's an older gal that comments on like most of the shit, and she'll let you know when she's disappointed.
Lizbeth.
Yes.
Lizbeth.
It cracks me up. She's like, "Do you boys not have anything better to do today?" And then the next one is like just less foul, and she's like, "This made me fucking laugh."
Well, and then there's one that like might be really foul that she loves the hell out of it, and then there was like I'll post something about the daylight savings time, and she'll be like, "How dare you!"
Fucking boomers. Like it all, woman.
Yeah. But it's funny is she's still a top fan, and she still sticks around.
That's what cracks me up the most.
I roasted her pretty hard one time. Because I guess this was like the 4th post in a row where she got all up in arms, and I
too many dick jokes.
I trolled the fuck out of her for like a good 2 hours, and she still sticks around, and she still got her top fan badge, and she flaunts it. So God bless you, Elizabeth.
Do you not control that top fan stuff? Is it like who you pick? No.
No.
It's
you
based
turn
off
it on
comments
and
shit.
Here I was feeling special.
Oh, you ain't special.
Oh.
As Sam would say, you ain't special, nigga.
I need to go tanning.
You're welcome.
Hey, Matt, by the way, could you like knock off the breathing a little bit?
It's a very offensive statement to me.
I'm listening to that song.
He's asthmatic.
Second one to know today, Chris Stapleton. I got my headphones on. I'm like jamming out to it, and I just become like brutally aware of the fact that he just breathes out through his nose after he's like, now that I'm in your hands, I want you to understand.
Sorry that I'm like ADD as fuck, but I little shit, and it like sticks in my fucking little brain. I can't fucking let it go. It's just like the fact that we all know now. You're welcome. That your tongue rests on the roof of your mouth, not the bottom. Shit, like I can't let that go. I notice it every day. It's a problem. It sticks there. I know it's frustrating. I hope you think about it tonight.
Robbie's greatest hits right now, I think.
Because I'll be thinking about it later tonight. I'll be laying in bed going, Matt Breeze.
So did you guys listen to Corb's new album and Kyle Nix's new album yet?
I haven't.
Yeah, he talks about Coeur d'Alene in it.
He does. And Louis L'Amour. I told that to Ro. I said, well, now if I can actually facilitate this deal with my new best friend, Corb Lund, then he has to sing Louis L'Amour at Bar 330.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be awesome. Also funny is I promoted I promoted the Corb episode just because he released the album, so try to piggyback off of that. And of course I said my best friend Corb Lund just released an album. And the same guy who well actually me on the horse hay he just posted on or commented on that best friend. He's a guy that runs a certain circle that's on the outside. You know, it's a circle, but it's on the outside. If you're
circle jerk. I've heard of those.
Yeah, and so he. Anyway, that guy's a douche, but whatever.
When I saw that, my best friend Corb Lund, I was sitting
Yeah.
at a truck stop urinal in St. Regis, Montana, sitting there just peeing, and I saw that and I went, and the guy next to me goes,
Jesus, Sam, the confidence of you pissing while reading a phone, like some severe confidence there, buddy. Like,
what do you do?
I
prop it up on
And
the.
watch my back.
haven't you heard of a pump and dump? I pump and dump.
I prop it up on the little on the top of the urinal up against the wall.
Or if you're taking a shit, you put it on the toilet paper holder to wipe, and then pick it back up. You go wash your goddamn hands. Wash
You're
your
spending
hands.
too much time in there. Hemorrhoids. You can get hemorrhoids.
I need to show you guys a picture.
I'm afraid where this is going.
It's Sam's ladybugs.
Lindsey Graham's ladybugs.
My little ladybugs. Oh, I listen to that podcast. I don't listen to that all the time, but I listened to it for some reason this weekend. That's nasty.
Oh, was that not the
Allegedly.
nastiest thing you've ever heard in your life?
Oh, them's just my little ladybugs.
For all of you guys that haven't heard that episode, Lindsey Graham, the possibly most likely, like 100% certain gay Southern senator from South Carolina, is got a bunch of moles on his taint. Nice.
Yeah.
Timely, because we're talking about Tom Segura. That was this weekend.
Nice.
Oh, I want to dose Sam so bad.
Dose me?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, like Arch Fear?
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like
it's
that
just Segura, so I
Nice.
thought about the group. Because they're like our group, but like different because they're famous and wealthy.
Very wealthy.
But like same thing.
So Robbie's like the Burt Kreischer of this group, then.
No, yeah, I'll accept that.
Just tries a little too hard, like talks over people.
he would
Yeah,
definitely use Anne Frank and Helen Keller.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I want to argue with you because it's you, but no, I get it.
But we're never gonna have any worry about you having a heart attack from being fat. Like we might worry.
No, I
you.
can't get fat. I tried. It's not a thing.
It'll definitely be the sleeping pills.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I knew your faggot ass would bring that up. They were right next to the other damn them healthy ones. What is it called?
Vicodin.
They were right next to the melatonin. But the melatonin had 30 pills, and these sleep pills had 50. Same price. I was like, well, I'd rather have the 50. No, it was 100. It was 100 over 30. I was like, well, I'd rather have 100. I mean, goddamn. And then I looked at it, but I had to make sure because, my addictive personality. So I made sure and looked and said non-addictive. And I was like, well, we'll test that.
so it's about
I'm
10.
always up for a good challenge.
Yeah,
Hey.
we'll see.
Take
As
3
Sam
of
would say, we'll
Wait.
see, nigga. Oh, Jesus.
Corgi
I
time.
can't wait till that corgi gets like 4 years old and fatter and shit.
He got snipped. He's not getting fat.
My corgi was skinny until she got snipped.
I think that's a female thing, though.
So I'm assuming.
No, my neighbor's got a black lab that they neutered him last year, and he's like a super hybrid, like one of the top of the line breed, or just like high dollar English lab, and he probably put on 30 pounds after they got him snipped.
Do they hunt him?
Yeah, he's a badass dog. My neighbor's a pretty big hunter, but his buddy is they breed him and show him and shit, and like they're I think they said like couple grand for one of those pups.
Yeah,
And they neutered it?
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're gonna get mad there, Nick, so this corgi, my wife was dating a cowboy over at Feedlot Feeders, and that was one of her gifts on her birthday. That's probably why I don't like that corgi, because that motherfucker used to go to the fucking rodeos and fucking night latch a goddamn 3-year-old and say he was a fucking rodeo guy. And then he talked shit about us fucking bull riders. And so he got her that corgi.
I
So
guarantee you that's why you hate that.
Corgi. And I think you're right.
That is one of the coolest dogs ever. I fucking love that dog.
She's dumber than shit, though. But I think she's inbred.
Well, I know, but
she's so pure, she's inbred as fuck. That's why I don't like her, because I know she's pure. True. She's a pure goddamn corgi, like through and through, but dumber than a box of rocks. Like I beat the living fuck out of her every time we bring out a goddamn vacuum cleaner, and it never registers. We pull out a vacuum. This is 5 years on. 5 years. We're 5 years into it now. We pulled a vacuum today, and she lost her shit. Got to get that vacuum. Fucking dumbass goddamn corgi.
That would never not be funny to me. That would.
Until she fucking tears up a $200 vacuum, then you may be a little fucking mad.
Well, let's face it, I ain't ever buying a vacuum, so if there's a vacuum in the house, Ro bought it, probably still gonna laugh.
You need to get your shit together. You need to train your wife. If you get them trained to where they love that you bought them a $200 vacuum, I'm telling you.
I see.
Like you gotta get them trained to where you buy them things that benefit you.
I didn't have to. She had this Kirby before I met her, and yeah, it's so if that dog chewed up the vacuum, I didn't buy it. It's whatever. It's still funny. It's funny every time.
I bought Amanda a vacuum for her birthday, and but it was one of the vacuums that does it itself.
Was she thrilled?
She freaking loves it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you buy the women the gifts that benefit you, and they're happy
you're
as
halfway
shit.
You're halfway to a Boomba, which we're in the end times right now apparently, or at least
what's
the
a Boomba?
last level. Claymore.
You mean a Roomba?
No, a Claymore Roomba. A Boomba.
Oh, a Boomba.
Yeah.
No, I get it now. No, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't follow enough Boogaloo memes.
This this vacuum is dumber than this corgi.
Is it just like keep butting into the wall?
It takes like 45 minutes to find the dock.
Nice.
What?
At you. See? Right there. Get him to bark here soon.
that head cock every time.
He's looking at the speaker.
That's another thing. Every time they do the head cock, that'll never not be funny to me.
Never.
I will laugh at that every single time.
Do it again.
he's like, Sam, your friends are bullshit, dude.
That's my wife says too.
Yeah.
Like, so we're going to a wedding for some people you met on the internet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
By the way, for the record, I did swing it by my wife the other day. We went to my brother this weekend. We went to my brother's housewarming party. I was like, look, and I said I didn't want to go. I was like, fuck that. He bought a house. He's fucking old as shit. He should already have done this. I don't care. And so she made me go, naturally, because she's the adult. I was like, okay, so look, there's this wedding, right? And then she's like, if you say it's your internet friend's fucking wedding. I'm like, look, hear me out. I was like, all my other internet friends are going though. And she was like, real, that seals the deal. We're not going. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, what kind of fucking retard goes to meet some of his internet friends? Like, wow, like Matt and stuff. Damn, if you're calling him retarded, don't hit me though. So yeah, we're not going. I tried. I really tried.
Well, honestly,
I mean, I say I really tried, but like I just ran it. I didn't really try. I just put it out there.
I've got a real good excuse because it's like 30 minutes from my in-laws' house. So
That's awesome.
No, but yeah, for me, that's a fucking haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive.
My old lady wasn't very enthused about it either, and I've been like showing her pictures of Jesse's barn and all kinds of shit trying to.
Me too. And she goes, well, it's pretty, but no.
Yeah.
but it's a holiday weekend. You can make it work.
I could, but
See, I just I told Ro, I said, hey, you want to go to Montana? And she goes, what? Okay, when? I said, July. And she said, what are we doing? So we're going to a wedding. She's like, who? I said, Jesse. And she goes,
One of my weird internet friends.
Well, she's like, Stetson? All right, let's go. And that was it. So
My wife just met the other day. She was like, sometimes she has to go like to Syracuse and shit to cover, and she gets really bored over there. So sometimes she does watch the shit, which is not great.
he probably comes home pissed off. Shit, huh?
She got pissed off at you for a bull session we did in April.
No, she never says anything about me on the bull session. She's like, why do you guys drink so much though? Wow. You know what I mean, Maggot. Matt, last time Matt was here, it's a thing.
This whole bull session thing's been turned into a pretty fun little deal. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's all right.
All my good buddies are, several hours away. So
Sam's like, yeah, I'm just traveling to another state to go see someone I've never met, but like it's okay, I guess, whatever.
It's all right.
It's whatevs.
I got nothing better to do.
It's the quarantine season. Might as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of the city and escape the riots, so might as well.
Honestly, if there's riots, this is the city I want to be in.
I actually saw an article today that came out yesterday about Coeur d'Alene. Like, I've been seeing Coeur d'Alene articles for weeks now. And what came out yesterday was about all the people, like, that went to protest. And it was, like, a massive gathering of people with guns that were like, yeah, you better do it peacefully.
Yeah, that's the stuff I was sending you. Real time.
That's awesome. But
I saw
great.
that before you even sent it. I saw that shit. And I was like, I'm going to send it to Sam. So then I get in the Snap group and Sam's sending this. And I was like, okay, that's like the end of it.
I was like,
but then I see the shit yesterday. I'm like, no. These motherfuckers are still there. They're like, protest. And then that was the deal. Is they were actually guarding both sides. They were guarding the protesters and the businesses. They're like, you protest, you guard your business, and do it peacefully, both of you motherfuckers.
And
which is awesome.
If you step up, we're gonna have words, and by words, it's gonna be a clack clack, and we'll ask questions about it.
But
later.
what I liked about it most was they weren't there just for the businesses; they were there for the protest.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the
awesome.
Peaceful protest. Yeah,
and that's.
I think Coeur d'Alene is doing it better than anybody right now, actually.
Well, and that's what happens when you have a strong Second Amendment. Chicago, Minneapolis, all these cities, they don't have a strong Second Amendment. So all those business owners, they're relying on the police. They're also pissed off to beat the band at the police. So you get this situation, And then you got people, the cops either standing down under order or just saying fuck it. This wasn't me, but you're lumping.
Well,
all,
it's happened in
you know,
Oklahoma too. Oklahoma's doing the
Yeah.
same thing. But what I liked
Yeah.
about the article about Coeur d'Alene is there was actually 2 van loads of Antifa that showed up. You know what they did? They got gas and left.
Yeah.
They fueled up and went right on by.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
okay. Yeah, no,
we
this
rolled
ain't for
down
us.
Main Street and saw 300 people with big ass guns.
Oh,
Yeah.
the entire fucking downtown is like bikers and shit walking around with fucking AR-15s. Like, do your thing.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up
And-
though.
An armed society is a polite society.
Sure was.
It really is.
I actually
And-
watched a documentary earlier, right before we got on here, and I forget where it was at. It was a foreign country, but there's no police, and oh goddamn, what was the town? It was in was it Greece? It was actually a food show. My wife watched like food shows, and there's no police, and and this place has been inhabited. It's the longest any place has ever been inhabited in the entire world, because it's been inhabited for over 1,000 years. I mean, it's changed, over the course of time, but it's never had police. But nobody fucking does any stupid shit because they have respect. Because it's a very respectful society.
Well,
So they don't fuck with each other, but they've never had a police department.
Well, so Switzerland, as much as they're made fun of for being a neutral country, like every adult male is issued an assault weapon when they turn 18, and they're all in the Swiss Army. Like, that's just it. And there's no crime. There's zero crime in that country.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to
it's
serve a year.
mandatory military service for a year. But even when you leave the military, you are in the militia.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be called back at any point, and you are required to have an AR-15 or whatever their semi-automatic rifle is. I think it's an AR platform, I believe.
Yeah.
And
I thought they used AKs.
no, it's
Couldn't tell you.
Swiss. Come on, that's where all the money's at. They ain't going with AKs. Come on.
They're loaded. But yeah, there's no crime.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And so
and nobody nobody
exactly.
messes
So like
with
Coeur d'Alene, where that's much like Southwest Kansas, same thing as rural Nevada or Oklahoma, even Montana. All these rural states, and where we all grew up in small town. If you don't have more than one gun, you are the fucking weirdo. I mean,
Yeah.
In Wyoming,
honestly.
like 8 guns a person average.
Well, and that's like we had a protest downtown in Garden. Remember, I told you guys all about that. It was the same deal. The bus that was bringing all them folders in went straight through, and it was a very much peaceful protest. They walked around the goddamn park and they protested, which I'm all about. I think we all are all about. And they had their protest, and that was fine. And that was it. That was the end of it. But like around here, like I told you guys, when I heard about Antifa was getting shipped in, I was like, it's gonna be a bad move, because I also know the cops. I know the cops here very well, and they wouldn't have put up with that either.
Yeah,
they'd be like, no, you're gonna get shot here.
So speaking of protests, like I was 100% ready to go protest over this mask deal, and I called the sheriff, and I didn't talk to the sheriff himself, but I talked to his assistant, and he said it is not a law, it's a directive, so there's no law to enforce, so we will not enforce it. And that's what pretty well every sheriff in the state said. And
well, stay tuned, because
so
I'm gonna call mine tomorrow.
Okay, because I still thought, well, like I think I ought to go protest this, and then I was like, well, do I want to haul horses up to Carson City and protest something that the sheriffs are already protesting on my behalf? So, You heard it here first, folks. I got just a glimmer of hope for government, and it started with the sheriff's department, and they did their job. Hats off to all the Nevada sheriffs that are taking a stand against this deal, and yeah, so I didn't have to haul horses up to Carson to go protest at the Capitol.
I'm still disappointed in that because that would have been great content.
I know it. I know it was just going to be such a pain in the dick to go do it and especially if nobody was going to show up. And I don't know how many people showed up. I had a hard time finding out any information on any protest or whatever, and I saw no coverage of it. So I don't know if anything happened or not.
I promise you, if you rode some horses up that goddamn Capitol, there would have been some fucking coverage.
Yeah, especially
Your
if I
dad
would have
already proved that.
if I would have had a rifle slung on my back too. That would have it would have got a lot of coverage. But I was, like I said, I was 100% ready to go protest. But like these sheriffs that we got out here for the most part are pretty fucking badass. So like that's a position of power that like we can actually influence is your county sheriff. So make sure you got a good one in there.
Well, and that's my other issue is with this deal. I want to do that here, but I used to work on all the county sheriff's fucking vehicles, and I know them all very well, and they're good people. Some of them aren't because I know them. I know what they do. But I really don't want to serve the pot.
Yeah.
Because most of them are good people.
Yeah.
I like to fly under the radar as much as possible.
That's my problem is because right now I got one of them that has helped me out a bunch. And he's running for sheriff, but I know some shit he does. This is not okay. I know he's got a silenced 22, and he takes out fucking stray dogs and cats when he's bored. And I know that for a fact. I also know I got into a fucking fist fight at my house, and when he walked in my when he kicked in my fucking door, I was choking someone out, and he let me off. So I hope you're not watching this, dude. But yeah. So it's like I'm kind of like torn, you know, because he's also running for sheriff right now, and I know he's a piece of shit, but I also know he's helped me out.
Yeah,
and I know he's not watching this. I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you gotta. That's one office that can really like affect change at a local level. So you gotta make sure you got somebody good in there.
But if you have someone running that's not good, but it's helped you out, is that fine line?
Make sure you got something on him. So
yeah, but anybody that shoots, I do actually. He shot. So one time he brought in a squad car, and I was servicing it, and I was like, hey, looks like you got a bullet hole in your side mirror over there. He was like, shit. I was like, yeah, I can see it. It's right there. But he didn't know. I knew his buddy is the one that told me that he puts a silencer on his 22, and when he does the midnight fucking shift, he shoots stray animals. But he didn't know I knew that. I was like, what happened there, buddy? And he was like, well, and he was retiring at the time. And he did retire. And he went to the local fucking department. And he was like, I was hoping no one would see that. I was like, what? There's a hole in your side mirror. I was like, yeah, I missed. I was like, no shit. I didn't think you were shooting your side mirror off.
If you're aiming there, you got her.
So I mean, at that point, it's one of them deals. I'm like, you know what I know. I know what you do. I know what you do when you're bored.
Well, boys,
yeah.
I hate to be rude, but I got to get to bed.
All right.
I got to be productive early in the morning.
I work for a gas company. I do not.
Yeah. I got to sort and ship a bunch of cattle before it gets too fucking hot. So.
It is going to be a scorcher.
Have fun with that.
You know, the heat index tomorrow is supposed to be 113.
Yeah, I hope by the time it gets that hot, the trucks have already come and gone, and I can hide in the shop.
Good luck. Fucking power to you. It's fucked that. Good luck to you, buddy. Ugh.
Yeah, see you, Nick.
Adios, guys.
It's a fancy microphone you got there, Sambo.
I got the wrong cord to get it to work.
Ah,
All my shit's down in my studio.
nice. Is that a is that like a fancy vocals mic?
Yeah, you could say that.
Nice.
It does stuff, mostly.
It does some stuff.
On occasion, it'll do things. Stuff and things.
Nice. Cool. Well,
By the way, fuck you, Sam.
Yeah, all right.
perfect. And
No,
think
no, you
that's-
don't even know, Matt. So, like, I had that song that his buddy always fucking sings.
Oh,
You piece of shit, you motherfucker. I was in a hotel in the fucking pool with other people in there, and I'm all,
don't pretend like it's all about you.
no.
Uh,
I wanted it out of my head. I needed it to be out of my head.
So I hiked to the top of a mountain, got a little service, sent y'all some snaps. Then I hiked back down, had no service.
because texted me back. Why you're up the top of the mountain?
No, well, you didn't. Yeah, no. Couldn't have.
So
It's called Dearly Departed. By,
you know the song, right?
Dearly Departed.
So it was stuck in my head. Like I just, you know how? Okay, look, I'm not. I'm like, what this? I'm kind of retarded. Okay, but I had that song stuck in my head, like straight up. As soon as sometimes I wake up in the morning, and for no reason at all, there's a song in my head, and I don't know how to explain it. It just happens, and it was that song. But it was not the original version. It was his buddy's version, the whistling version.
Yeah.
And so then I had to go to the pool with my kids. I'm in the pool with other people, and we're swimming. And I'm all. People are staring at me, and then I'm all. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta get it out." And she's like, "How are you getting it out?" I was like, "I don't know. I gotta listen to it." And I texted Sam, and he's not answering me back. But it's like in my head right now, and it's an issue. I can't help it. So I went to a party and everything, and I did it all. I did it for like 8 hours fucking straight. Sam texted me yesterday. My bad, bro. Here's a song. You piece of shit. Like 8 fucking hours I sang that song. 8 hours I couldn't get out. Because if I would have listened to it, you know, I could have listened to it and I'd been done. I've been over it. But no. And I honestly thought Sam would just want me to fucking suffer. I was like, this fucker knows how I am. I'm psychotic, and he wants me to fucking deal with this problem for 8 fucking hours straight.
Again, man, don't flatter yourself.
But that just made your week, didn't it?
Mine?
Yeah.
I suppose. No, what's going to make my week is all of us shit talking Robbie over at that bar that Jesse's building. And
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm totally shutting my phone off for like 5 days. And that's all you guys. I know you guys are all cowards because you're going to talk shit when I'm not there. I get it. You guys are cowards.
Yeah, but we're telling it to you right now. So.
yeah, we're like informing you of it.
From a million miles away. Cowards. Pussies.
Vaginas.
Cowards. You're cowards. You're from 1 million miles away.
A bunch of
Come to
me and
Kansas.
Trump have a lot in common.
Stay in Kansas.
Bunch of
Sad.
Pathetic.
Well, and all you 2 people are still watching. You're pathetic too. So move your
Seriously.
ass. We're burning daylight.